WhitneyandGal.com here with a quick health/fitness tip for you. One of the most common questions that I receive is, how do I lose weight? I personally believe that eating a whole foods plant-based diet is the best way to get your body into the greatest health. But on top of that, we really need to move our bodies. And it's challenging for whatever reason for the average person to incorporate exercise into their daily routine. And to be honest, I'm included in that category. I don't really enjoy exercising. I don't know why, I just don't feel inspired or motivated by it. Every once in a while I'll get into yoga and it's really just a matter of making it a habit, I've realized, but getting into the habit itself is challenging for me. So one thing that I've found useful recently is simply putting my yoga mat down on the floor. I'm living in this single apartment, it's small, but any place that could work for you would be a common area that you're in a lot. Maybe it's your living room, your bedroom. If you work at home, it could be your office, anywhere where you're gonna see it. So for me, the yoga mat reminds me to just get on the floor and do something, even if it's just for a few minutes over the course of the day. So I'll have like little periods of time where I just get down. I personally work from home, and so I'm sitting over there right now at this current place that I live at, and I'll spend a few hours working, and then I'll just get up and do some sit-ups or some push-ups or a few yoga moves or Pilates moves. And it really feels like I'm accomplishing something because I'll do this probably 3 to 4 times a day. And every day I notice I'm getting a little bit better at it. I can do a few more push-ups every single day. I can do more sit-ups than I did the previous day. Maybe my body feels looser when I'm in certain moves. So it's really started to benefit me. If you personally don't have a yoga mat, of course you could go buy one, but it could be anything that you have around the home. Perhaps you own some weights. You could put them by the couch, for example. So if you happen to relax and watch television at some point, you can just have a visual reminder that while you're watching TV, just pick up the weights and start lifting them. What else could it be? It could be anything actually heavy that you want to lift. Some people own rebounders. They're these little trampolines, and if you don't own one, you should look into them. I may do a separate video on this because I think they're amazing, and you can actually put them anywhere in your home and just jump on them. A lot of people use them while they're watching TV, and rebounders are a great way to get your blood flow going, and they're something about the impact of, I forget what it is. I'll explain in another video when I've had time to think about it. But there's just so many creative ways to just get some movement in. Another thing is, if you happen to have a dog or you've been thinking about getting a dog, adopt a dog, and then you'll have an excuse to go outside and get some exercise every day. You'll get your blood flow going, and you'll get some vitamin D on your skin, which will help bring in more nutrients. Having my companion dog, Evie, has just been so wonderful for that. And every day I challenge myself to walk a little bit further. And I also love it because it gives me a chance to explore my neighborhood in a whole new way. So really, it's just coming down to creative things. You don't have to spend money on exercise. You don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to sign up for yoga classes. You don't have to do something that you don't enjoy. It's just coming up with little things that feel best to you, that work best in your schedule. Speaking of schedule, you can make this work no matter how busy you are. In fact, you could even do this at work. Some people like to sit on those round inflatable balls. They're like this big, and you can use those instead of a desk chair. And just sitting on them can actually work your core and remind you to just be a little bit more active. There's also a variety of different ways that you could work out on your chair itself. You can actually do dips on your chair. There's all different things. I don't know them all off the top of my head, but just get creative. And you can look this up on the web. You can type in workouts at the office or something, and I'm sure you'll come up with a variety of things. It's really just starting to get creative and have a visual reminder. Another visual reminder could be a photo of yourself in the best shape that you've ever been in, or a photo of somebody in great shape that you aspire to be. But I want to make a little note there is that I feel like a lot of women in general, maybe men do this too, take pictures of girls that are in like insane shape. They're super skinny and their abs are all cut, and they post those up and they just stare at them all the time, thinking and wishing that they could look like that. And sometimes I feel like that can be a little detrimental. I just feel like it can, I don't know, it's just, there's a little bit of like a mental thing that goes along with that it just seems like it does more harm than good. So for me, it's always about having, you know, the strongest, most positive things around that you know that you can achieve, and not holding yourself up to this high standard that's maybe even too intimidating. It's something that you really realistically could do every single day. And for me, it's doing a few sit-ups, doing a few push-ups, doing a few stretches. Not a big deal, doesn't take a ton of time, doesn't take a ton of effort, but every day I get a little bit better and a little bit more passionate about it. I'd love to hear your opinion on this, so leave it in the comments below. What do you do if you don't go to the gym, if you don't do yoga, if you're not the type of person that's really into exercise? How do you keep yourself moving? And do you have favorite YouTube channels that motivate you or instruct you? Do you have websites that you visit for tips? Do you have any specific tips yourself that you've been gathering? Leave it in the comments so that we can all read it and all benefit from it. Thank you so much. I look forward to hearing from you. You can find a variety of information about how to live a healthy, happy lifestyle on ecovegangal.com and all the social media networks where I'm always chatting about this sort of thing. Thanks so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.